Okay, so here we are. Got some Undisputed Quick Play after Update 2.0, late October, October 28th. I think it's the same. You know what I mean? They slowed it down a little bit. They made a few changes here and there. They didn't do anything. That's the way I see it here. It's still really bad. I also feel like since the 1.5 update, and it's consistent here because I have played it, that playing against the computer now, offline, playing offline, is also kind of ruined. The computer's back to a lot of times just, they read your punch, so it's an automatic block. It's not bad when when the game first came out, where they could just land anything on you, but it is not as good as it was for a few months there. So I mean, just nothing really redeemable about this game. As you'll see, I'm using a DLC fighter, but it's just because I had purchased every DLC and got my money back for them, and every once in a while they unlock, and I guess because of the new update, that's what happened this morning. But yeah, I think the only big thing you're gonna see is that, as you see right here, Riyadh season is still on the mat, but that's otherwise been removed from the game completely. Riyadh obviously recently bought EA, and I just, I don't think Riyadh wants to be associated with Undisputed in any way. Also, I mean, there's no way to argue it now. Undisputed was a scam from day one when they showed gameplay footage that wasn't gameplay footage. That was just, computer animated. And, there's no question it's a scam. The only question you can ask is, well, if it pays for Undisputed 2, do the ends justify the means? And I would definitely say no, regardless, but I'm questioning if we're going to get an Undisputed 2. The reason I say that is Riyadh has bought EA, so we know there's another boxing game coming out from EA. And I just, what could Undisputed 2 have to offer that's going to be better than EA? EA is going to probably get Floyd Mayweather. EA is probably going to get Mike Tyson. They already have him. Ali. By the way, people suck in this game. The game is not just bad because it's bad. The game is bad because players suck. And by the way, how does he never get rocked there? But whatever. So yeah, I think the whole thing was a scam from the beginning. I think them saying that a coding error is what is what causes punches to not land and desync and everything. To a certain extent, that may be true, since when the game originally dropped on console, we saw that there was a lot of desync, but there was nowhere near as much desync as what happened in the April update. When the Iron and Steel DLC came out, the update that came out with that really, really ruined punch tracking. So, yeah, they've made so much money off of this game, they could have fixed it to at least somewhat. They could have made it better. And they didn't, because it's more important for them to have your money in their pocket than for you to have a good experience with the video game. Like I said, Undisputed 2, I question whether that ever happens, because I think this, most scams are going to be a take the money and run type thing. Again, there is no question in my mind that this was a scam from SCI from the start. But I think they probably did plan to put an Undisputed 2 out. But, I don't think they're going to do it with competition from EA. They've built up nothing but distrust from everybody who bought the game. They've lied to us over and over again. Riyadh has completely, well, obviously Riyadh bought EA, but they've completely pulled out of this game. It's off the screens when you're loading into it. They could have bought SCI when they bought EA if they wanted to try to implement something together to make a boxing game. It is very obvious that Riyadh no longer wants anything to do with SCI, which makes sense. They, I believe, put $20 or $30 million into this game. Where did that go? Well, nowhere, apparently. So, this is the final video I will make for Undisputed. Because, this is the game. It'll never change. They've said it's never going to significantly change. It's not just me saying that, and it's only, I think it's, in a lot of ways, it's just gotten worse over time. The punch tracking definitely has. And, they've lost all their goodwill, I think. Again, if they were to put out an Undisputed 2 that had no competition, I think they still sell. But now that EA is going to be putting a game out, that's going to wipe them. So, it's something we got to keep our eyes out for in the future, because it's not the first time, it's not the last time that a company is going to pull a scam. And, sadly, nothing we can do to hold them accountable for it, but we can make sure that we don't ever support them or spend money on them again. Hope you like this video. I know it's not good, but if you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and I do appreciate it.